I came home on a Tuesday afternoon to find my fiber optic line dangling from the side of my house like a cut tendon. Not frayed, not damaged by weather, cut, clean, deliberate. And taped, actually taped. To my front door was a violation notice from the Maplewood Ridge Homeowners Associations signed by one Sandra Colwell, board president. What Sandra Colwell did not know, when she could not have been possibly understood when she took a pair of white letters to that cable, was that I don't work from home like a regular remote employee. I work from home for the Department of Defense. Within 30 minutes of that cable being severed, two black SUVs and a government-plated sedan were parked in the front of Sandra Colwell's house. She answered the door in her bathrobe. She did not came outside for 3 days after that. Sandra Colwell arrived at my door at 9:15 a.m. on Sunday morning, holding a clipboard, wearing a polo shirt with a small embroidered logo that said MRHA board, like she was an ambassador from a foreign nation. She had a list, 7 items. My mailbox post was 3 inches too far from the curb. The matte finish on my shutters needed to be approved in writing before application. I smiled, thanked her for her thoroughness, and told her I'd review HOA guidelines carefully. I pulled up the HOA CC&Rs and read the entire 46-page document in one sitting. All 7 violations, not violations. I drafted a response letter, cited the specific bylaw sections and page numbers, and had it in Sandra's mailbox before noon. This went on for 6 months. Sandra found something new every 3 to 4 weeks. She called a special community meeting in March and presented a pattern of non-compliance case against me to the full HOA membership. 42 homeowners attended. I sat in the front row. When she finished her presentation, I stood up. I walked through every item she had cited one by one. I showed the bylaw, I showed the exemption, I showed the amendment. A homeowner in a third row raised her hand and said, "Sandra, did you know about those management company letters?" Sandra said the letters were under review. Margaret said, "That's not what I asked." In April, my employer began the process of upgrading my home office's communications infrastructure. The installation was performed by a licensed telecommunications contractor who had the required federal coordination documentation. When I returned, I found the cable severed, a violation notice taped to my door. Then I went inside and called my federal security officer. There was a pause on the phone that lasted about 4 seconds, and when he said, "Don't touch anything, we are handling this." 28 minutes later, I watched from my living room window as 2 black SUVs and a grey government-plated sedan pulled slowly down Birchwood Court. Her shoulders dropped, her chin came down, her free hand went to the side of her face. The woman carrying the leather portfolio came across the street to my house. She confirmed that the line would be repaired that afternoon. She told me that Sandra Colwell had been informed the legal exposure she had created. That evening, I received an email from the HOA's property management company. The $250 fine had been voided. The notice had been removed from my record. Sandra Colwell resigned from the board of directors 9 days later. The resignation letter cited personal health considerations and a desire to focus on family. Margaret was appointed interim board president the following week. The first thing she did was send me a handwritten note. 3 sentences. "Mr. Mercer, I am sorry this went on as long as it did. Maplewood Ridge is glad to have you. Document everything. Know your CC&Rs better than they do. Respond in writing and understand your rights. The law, slow, quiet, and absolutely inevitable, took care of the rest." And do subscribe this channel for more incredible stories.